Greetings. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Monday, January 16th. Today the moon is in Scorpio, so we're looking at what does the Scorpio moon mean? What does it mean to have a moon in Scorpio? And this particular Scorpio moon is just past the third quarter moon. So we are now in the last week of the moon cycle, heading toward the upcoming new moon in Aquarius. And the energy of Scorpio is falling in this part of the moon cycle where we are integrating, we're digesting. The moon is getting smaller each night, so we're returning to this place of mystery and the realm of where the moon is dark and mysterious, and where we're kind of going inward, but also into that connection with what is greater, what is beyond the here and now in the physical logical sense. So we're going into that mystery of the new moon. We are past the illumination of the full moon, and we're just past the third quarter moon, where there is a challenge in integrating the what was revealed around the full moon. So the full moon in Cancer was on January, I want to say it was January 6th, I believe. Anyway, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, the 6th. So anyway, we're integrating and processing what was revealed during that full moon in Cancer, which was a focus on caring, self-care, nurturing needs, what we need for our body, mind, spirit, and emotions. And as we are doing this work of integrating, the Scorpio moon takes us deep into ourselves. It takes us into this experience of dissolution. So the Scorpio sun is the time when the sun is in Scorpio, is the time of year in the fall, just heading into winter, when things are dying. So Scorpio brings that energy of death and decomposition. It's so, that sounds unpleasant, but when you think about what's going on, the leaves are falling from the trees, they fall onto the ground where they're going to become soil, where they're going to become the nutrients and the nourishment for future growth. So it's a cycle, and the energy of Scorpio and the Scorpio moon brings that letting go process. It brings the invitation to drop from the trees, to become part of the soil, and to let go of what we have been, to let go of what we thought we knew, to let go of where we have been and what we have been doing, and in so doing to allow ourselves to become fertile ground for something new to be planted in. And that is the power of Scorpio, because it's that experience of death and rebirth. It's that experience of letting go, of allowing the process of releasing the old in order to make way for something new to begin to formulate, to take form. And so from the Scorpio energy, where we let go, we then go into Sagittarius, where we make meaning, and Capricorn, where we lay the foundations and make the plans for what is to come. So anyway, when the moon is in Scorpio, we're in that process of letting go, of transformation, of what is it that you're ready to say goodbye to? What is it that you're ready to let die in your life? And what's ready to be composted? What's done, right? So leaves fall from the tree because the tree doesn't need them anymore. It doesn't need them anymore at that time of year. So what is it that you don't need anymore? And that could be anything that doesn't feel good in your life, any habits and patterns that don't serve you, any thoughts or beliefs that don't serve you. And then yesterday, of course, I went in depth in my video on intentions about how to work with setting intentions and uncovering what it is that might get in the way of you manifesting those intentions. What are some of the fears you have? Some of the old places of self-protectiveness or fear or anxiety that comes from things that aren't threatening you anymore, right? But you have that built-in like response mechanism, reactivity mechanism that assumes things are going to threaten you, and so you react as if they do. And so as we go through the process of setting our intentions, we're going to discover those things. We're going to notice, okay, here's what gets in my way. Here's what thwarts me. Here's why I get stuck. And we want to do a deeper inquiry into what those places are, why they happen, what's going on inside of ourselves when that happens, and how we can take care of ourselves so that we can work through it and get to the other side, which is the rebirth part. And that's also a powerful part of Scorpio energy, is to get to that, do that clearing work so we can get to the rebirth. So that's why when the moon is in Scorpio, we feel moody, we might feel mysterious or secretive or protective. It's really a time that is truly sacred. So giving yourself some sacredness, some time for yourself, doing some magic, doing things that don't make sense in the logical sense, but support you, make you feel better. And so for you, there might be some ritual that you do. There might be some mysterious connections with nature that are meaningful to you or touch your heart. It could also be art. It could also be just any kind of self-care activities that help you feel things deeply, because when we feel them, we can release what's not serving us, but we can't as long as we keep the door shut on the trunk where all the bad things are hidden. So Scorpio is really about bringing what's been hidden into the light. And we have to pace ourselves, right? We have to do it in a way that we're ready for. But what are you ready for? What things might you be ready to, open that figurative trunk and say, okay, let's take this out and see if this is something we still want to keep, and maybe bring it out into the light of day where we can see it and see where it came from and what it was here for, and maybe we don't need it anymore. And so how are we going to let that go? And then part of our intentions is to let go of the things that get in the way of what we are becoming. So working with today's Scorpio moon to do that release work, letting go of the past, letting go of anything that shows up that gets in your way, and breathing into what you want to create and what you want to have be reborn through this process of letting go. So just like the caterpillar going into the cocoon and dissolving into basically liquid as it does inside the cocoon, in that process of letting go of its old body, its old being, its old structure, its old identity, and reformulating as a butterfly, which it then emerges as in something that, the caterpillar could only dream about. So what is it that you're dreaming about that you are ready to experience, but you can't imagine yet? And how can you let go? What is it that you're being invited to let go of, to make room to step into that butterfly self? So that's the power of today's Scorpio moon. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to catch up on yesterday's video if you missed it all, about the depth of working with intentions, what really happens when you work with intentions, and how to manage things that show up to get the most out of the ongoing moon cycles, and how to use my book to support yourself in those cycles, ongoing cycles. And so Astrology Heals, this book is available at astrologyheals.com, where you can also order your own personalized natal report that the book refers to, and it will walk you through how to get the most out of your own chart and your through your natal report. What are your soul lessons for each planet? So you can find that at astrologyheals.com. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, you can always email me and my team at info@astrologyheals.com. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying these videos. Thank you if you have already subscribed, and let your friends know, because we want to get the word out about this amazing tool, astrology for unshakable self-care. All right. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.